Hey guys, I'm Review Dan.
And I'm Otaku Kit, and welcome to Random Talks, our podcast-like series. How are you, Dan?
I am...
To be fair, your dad had you going all over the place today.
Yeah, but we're getting paid for it, so who cares?
Fair enough.
As long as I'm getting paid for it, I'm good.
Me, on the other hand, I mean, I've just been doing stuff, taxes, that has a whole bunch of different stuff, too.
I got mine done early.
Yeah, I haven't yet.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and get into the news. It is all mostly Disney.
I mean, to be fair, more Disney stuff happened this week than anything else.
True, very true. Alright, first on the list, Bob Iger.
No, first on the list, I got a Critical Role Massive D20.
That is huge.
It really is huge.
How much damage can you do with that? Let's see. Enough.
Enough. Sorry, I just wanted to show that off again. Bob Iger
Steps down.
So, I think it was the 25th. He was on a talk show or something, and he announced that he was stepping down, effective immediately. And another Bob, I can't remember his last name at the moment, he's stepping in as CEO. Bob Iger will be stepping down into an executive position until next year, and then he'll be retiring.
Oh, what does he do?
He's the CEO of the entire Disney company.
Wow.
He's the head honcho.
Basically, he does what Disney's supposed to be doing if he was alive.
Pretty much. He's in Walt's position, yes. The only person that's above him is Mickey.
Oh, you're stepping down, huh? Well, don't forget this. A service package.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Mouse.
Oh, we still own you, but we're still treating you good. Huh? Mr. Mouse, can I please go home? Shut up!
Well, the only downside for this is it was such a sudden thing.
Just happened all.
It literally happened out of nowhere. Now, I'm sure the company's known this for a while.
Yeah, most likely.
And I'm sure with his contract ending at the end of, in 2021, he was thinking about it to begin with instead of renewing it. But yeah, I'm sure that this was bound to happen, and I'm sure they knew it was coming.
I mean, how long has he been doing it for?
I don't know. Google that real quick. It's been a while. I think it was probably, I want to say the 90s or early 2000s. Because it was right after Michael Eisner. Curse you, Eisner! I don't like Michael Eisner.
CEO from 05 to 20.
05, wow. So 15 years.
Good long run.
Yeah. I mean, it's very rare for a CEO saying they're going to step down. Usually they kick the bucket first.
Yeah. I mean, you do remember that Reggie, he was CEO of the American Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo of America?
Yeah, he stepped down.
He stepped down a while back. It was a shock because a lot of people always get ready for him to say, is your body ready?
I don't get it.
That's what he always said.
I don't remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm positive he said that. Or get your body ready or something like that. But,
I don't have a clue.
we didn't really get to watch all of the Nintendo stuff for E3 until it really started coming out.
Yeah, that's true.
On YouTube.
That's true.
But yeah. So, Mr. Bob?
Mr. Iger, thank you for all you've done. Thank you for dragging us out of the pit of the Michael Eisner pit.
Yeah, and thank you. Even though there were some low points of Disney, there were some really good high points as well.
Fox, Star Wars,
Marvel,
Disney Plus.
You know, a lot of people said that Marvel and Star Wars were going to fail under Disney. I'm just like, have you not seen the shows they're making? And the movies? I mean, the Star Wars movies are meh, but the shows are great. The Marvel movies are a hit, and the series are really fun.
Depending.
Yeah, depending on which one you're watching. Like, I watched the old Earth's Mightiest Heroes, The Avengers. Mm-hmm. And it's hilarious when you go back and rewatch it. That was back, a good couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I just remember one scene where Iron Man is explaining some kind of energy signature he doesn't recognize at first. Mm-hmm. And Hulk is there eating some cereal or something. And Iron Man's talking to him, he's like, right, you probably don't understand what I'm saying. Hulk just goes, is a form of what's it called in space? Cosmic energy. It's a form of cosmic energy. What? No, it's... Oh. It is. Because...
Bruce Banner.
Yeah, those that don't know, Bruce Banner and the Hulk are the same person, even though they're kind of separate entities. They actually... I like the fact they fuse their minds together later on.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes it a little easier to know who's who.
If you look at the cinematic universe, especially Infinity War, spoilers if you haven't seen it, but how have you not seen it?
Yeah, seriously.
At this point, it's been almost a year.
Yeah.
With Hulk being, Green Banner, glasses and all that.
Banner being hulked out all the time now.
Yeah, with it being like that, I mean, that's more Banner in the Hulk's body, whereas the Hulk that we saw there was more of the Hulk being... it was more of a mesh of them both together. It was still the Hulk, but at the same time, it was Banner.
Yeah. Like, you actually watched the Hulk series, Hulk Agents of Smash.
And he showed up a few times like that with... I think the transformation started like that when it was in Spider-Man's... Ultimate Spider-Man, yeah. When Peter and the Hulk switched.
Yeah, do that one villain.
Yeah, I think that's...
Hulk started speaking more complete sentences later on.
Yeah, I think that might have had...
Hulk's doing good, Spidey. Oh, he spoke a complete sentence. But yeah, so... Great to see that now.
Yeah, I honestly can't wait to see what they're going to keep doing with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, though.
Yeah.
With Star Wars Episode 9 done, I'm curious to see what direction they're going to take it in.
Well, let's hope Palpatine does not return again. How did he survive the fall?
That's the question. A lot of people are thinking clones. I mean, we did have the Clone Wars.
Well, do remember he did use the Force. He did have the Force as well. Maybe before I got to the bottom. I stopped myself.
Well, I mean, Dark Sidious, as Dark Sidious, yeah, he probably did something dark and sinister, no pun intended.
Now, my older question is, how the hell did he survive so long after being so old?
Yeah, that's the question, too. I mean, he was on that massive crane life support system. I mean, he was literally a puppet on a crane.
Palpatine! Hi-ho, everybody! Welcome to the Palpatine Show!
You stole that from something, didn't you?
No, I made that up entirely.
I feel like you stole that.
I did it because I watched, I watched it with the Muppets earlier.
Oh, Lord, Muppet Baby is Palpatine Baby.
Palpatine Baby, I still look freaking old. Give me milk. Vader, change my diaper.
Oh.
Sir, you are an adult. I don't care. Change it anyways.
He probably needed a diaper in Episode 9.
Yes, let the anger of my poo fill you. Oh, God.
Just imagining Alex, I know you're watching this. If somehow, one day, even if it's an editor's choice, find a picture of Palpatine as a baby, but he still looks old. That needs to exist.
Alright, let's go on to the next one. Okay, Jungle Cruise boat sinking. I blame The Rock.
That was terrible!
What? You don't know if I'm talking about the actor or an actual Rock?
I don't care. That was terrible. That was garbage. I do got to compliment you on one thing, though.
What?
You're not wearing that dang Deadpool shirt for the umpteenth time.
Honestly, I kept on... Mainly, I do get it clean. Mainly, it's clean every time I wear it.
I doubt that. We did all those videos last Saturday, and you were still wearing it.
Nah, I wash my clothes once a week,
I don't see you but once a week. Are we sure about this?
Do you smell me like a trash can?
I don't have a working nose.
Do you see everybody else holding their faces near me?
I think there's a few people.
I think they're just being jackasses. But anyways, back to the news. Yeah, one of the boats on the Jungle Cruise ride.
At Walt Disney World.
Yeah, it went gurgle.
If they figured out what was the cause of it, they haven't released it yet at this time. But the fact that one of the boats actually sunk, considering it's lashed onto chains being pulled, it's kind of surprising. I think you and I would do very well as Jungle Cruise skippers.
Did you see that one Jungle Cruise skipper that was there? It's like, uh-oh, looks like we got a hippo chasing after us. Don't worry, I'll get away from us like my ex-crush. I want a commitment!
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, man, I was laughing at that one. That dude, pros to that guy. But I think what probably happened was just, years and years wear and tear.
Yeah, probably something scraped underneath it or inside the boat, one or the other. I mean, with all the people going in and out of it constantly, there had to be something getting scratched up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would...
Yeah, thankfully the water's not so deep to where
like,
you actually have to swim.
Like 3 feet tall. The water's like 3 feet, 2 feet.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get wet in your shoes.
Probably up to your knee or waist, depending on how tall you are.
Yeah.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. That's the good news.
Yeah, I mean...
Do you know what's one thing out of all the... Okay, so we have the Jungle Cruise, and you see animatronic animals.
I actually had it right, animatronic.
Do you know what I miss? I miss the Kilimanjaro Safari's original storyline.
Oh, you mean when you're on the safari ride right there and you're chasing after some poachers and stuff like that?
Because they went after the elephant, yes.
Yeah.
I miss that.
The only reason why they took that down was because people were surprised about the dead elephant that they had. I mean, well, yeah, that's what happens
in the wild.
In the wild. There are poachers out there who are jerks.
Yeah.
Probably some rich white moron not like this.
I mean, usually they're rich and white, but that's usually because they're actually selling off the animal.
Yeah, they're selling off the animal that one can't breed, over aggressive.
I mean, first off, ivory's not really that valuable anymore as far as a material.
Yeah, considering everybody now knows it's basically...
It's mostly illegal now.
Yeah.
And if you have something that's made of ivory, like a really old piano or something like that, I think there's something... You have to have some kind of paperwork to say this is this, and it wasn't... I didn't do it to the animal. It was already like this. I forget how it goes, but
yeah,
it's a pain.
Yeah.
And as far as rhino tusks go...
It's hair.
Well, it's keratin, yeah. It's freaking hair and fingernails. I mean,
yeah, it's like, why do you think that's a great hangover medicine? You're basically sniffing someone's hair, an animal hair at that.
Hey, you looking for hangover medicine? Here, let me get some shears. There you go.
Sniff my hair.
Morty. I got some great idea, Morty. We'll go into the African savannah. We'll find some rhinos. Morty, we'll find some rhinos. Morty, we'll find the rhinos, take off their horns, and sell it. Do you know why it's so genius, Morty?
I don't know, Rick. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Of course it is, Morty, but that's why it's genius. Because it's the same stuff as our hair, Morty. We'll get rich.
Wait, rhino horns is just hair?
Same material as our hair, yes, Morty.
Oh, gee, but won't people figure that out and get really mad about it?
No, Morty, they're morons. We'll figure it out. We'll do it all ourselves and make tons of money.
That actually would make sense for Rick to do that. That is a sad truth. But, what were we going on? Oh, yeah, the safari stuff.
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, Jungle Cruise. But, I think people get really mad about that. I was watching an episode of Adam Ruins Everything, and they're talking about trophy hunting. And, even though he says, I honestly don't agree with it myself, but that system works.
Yeah.
Terribly enough, but because they use all the money they use for the hunting, they use it to make the preserves much safer. They pay people who own land to keep the land safer for the animals.
Usually it's in a very aggressive or very old animal.
Yeah, one that can't breed, or aggressive enough that's killing all the other animals and possibly people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're going, okay, take your pick of one.
I mean, to be fair, that might have been how it was to begin with.
And then they're like, okay, we got to kind of
figure a system.
But all the money goes to the people who have farmland because it's like, hey, we can't really take care of these animals. We have our own lives. We're trying to keep our own family safe from the animals. We'll pay you this much money to make sure that they're safe. Where's that motherfucker?
Pretty much.
Yeah, the most problem is just poachers killing the animals than anything else.
Yeah.
Ruthless. Although I did hear a story of when the lions got a hold of a poacher. There was nothing left of them.
Makes good eats.
New Disney dining plan.
Okay. I actually need to
get your pad.
Get my pad for this one because the way they had it set up.
Quick, play him off.
Dude, keep going.
Tell
Tell the internet to go
fast. Down in the net.
Oh no, I've been ready for a good minute.
Oh, you said
So it's called the Disney Dining Plan Plus. It is cheaper than the deluxe, and it's more expensive than the quick service. And so it's like quick service, that middle one that used to be there, plus deluxe. What it does, it allows you 2 meals per night of either table service or quick service, your choice. 2 snacks or non-alcoholic beverages per night of stay, and then 1 resort refillable mug. From what I looked at when it was first announced, is it is probably going to roughly hit you about $200 to $500 cheaper depending on your length of stay. Honestly, that's not that bad.
No, it's not.
It allows you more freedom for it. It's cheaper, and it's not restricting you to certain types of restaurants. So you could be like, hey, we got this dining reservation at such and such place. We can use that credit there, and we can also go hit up the China Pavilion's quick service. All on the same day.
I'm positive there's some restriction. Like, I don't think you can probably go to, like, the Beauty and the Beast restaurant in Magic Kingdom.
Yes, you can.
Really?
Yes.
As long as you make reservations?
Yeah. It's a table service restaurant.
Whew. That sounds awesome.
The only exception is for a handful of third-party places like Rainforest Cafe or some of the ones in Disney Springs. Some of those don't take them. I'm pretty sure Rainforest does, but I'm just saying, like, some of those...
Yeah, like third-party, like Panda Express kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure some of those don't take it. I know for a fact there's some of them in Disney Springs that don't take it.
Yeah.
And places like Victoria and Albert's don't take it. You ever heard of Victoria and Albert's?
No.
It is the most expensive restaurant right below Club 33.
Wow.
It is I believe a 4-diamond, or it's either a 3 or a 4-diamond restaurant. That's similar to the star system.
Wow.
Yeah. You'll have to look it up on the app sometime.
I will. All right, next on the list, Spaceship Earth closing May 26th.
Yeah, that was it. It's closing down for refurbishment.
Spaceship Earth.
That's the big ball.
The big ball that I like to call the big golf ball.
This is what I got to work with, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, because there's a lot of things that are called Spaceship Summit or Space something.
There's Mission Space and Spaceship Earth. There's 2 of them.
And that's a lot.
There's going to be a third one called Space 220, but that's a restaurant.
See? Space!
Can I see your phone for a second?
No.
Please?
No.
Fine.
God, I gotta go get my phone! Yeah. Reason behind why I call it big golf ball for, to me, it looked like a big golf ball.
It does not! Golf balls have round holes!
Yeah, from far away, it looks like it has round holes.
No, it doesn't! On that calendar right there, I'm sure there was a picture of Spaceship Earth on that calendar, and I could show you that it does not have holes.
I know it doesn't have holes. I just said it looked like a golf ball to me when I was a kid. Quit being mean.
I'm not being
You
mean.
Disney hater.
How am I a Disney hater?
Because you like Disney and you hate me.
I don't hate you.
You dislike me.
I don't dislike you.
You're mean to me.
I'm only annoyed by you.
Alright, next on the list. Cinderella's castle will remain uncovered.
Okay, so as we talked about last week, they'll be getting a paint job for Cinderella's castle in Disney World.
Give it a nice little gold trim, refresh a little bit of color on it.
Oh yeah, it's going to be beautiful.
Basically a nice, good old makeover.
Well, unlike Disneyland's Sleeping Beauty castle, Aurora's castle, if you want to call it that, they put scrim up, it looked like a box on top of it while they repainted it and made it look better. This one, they're not. I'm guessing because of its size, they're not doing that. They might do it towards the bottom to keep people away from it for the most part. But yeah, they're not going to do that. You'll still have access to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. You'll still have access to Cinderella's Royal Table, if I can get the word out. And I believe you can still go inside it. But I think that initially, that might not be the case. I think when they first start, they'll start from the bottom up. That's my guess, anyways.
You know, I still want to have a one-time experience of staying in the room at Cinderella's castle.
I might have that opportunity coming soon.
Yeah, you would. Because I only want to see the inside myself.
Well, a friend of ours, Near to Hero,
Mm-hmm.
he entered a contest to be able to stay there for him, his fiance, and 2 guests. Well, he invited me and Jasmine. So
Lucky you.
yes. So if he wins, we're going to be staying in the Cinderella suite.
Nice.
Yes.
Send pictures.
Okay. I mean, I don't see why I couldn't. I mean, it's not like it's Walt's.
Biggest secret.
No, I was about to say it's not like it's Walt's apartment in Disneyland.
His apartment in Disneyland?
Yeah, you've never heard this?
No.
He actually has an apartment in Disneyland. Now, it's rumored that this building, the room in Cinderella's castle, was supposed to be a similar situation, but he died before it happened. The firehouse in Disneyland. Up above it, there's a window and there's a little light. Up there, that's where his apartment is. Still sitting the way it was back when him and Lillian were still alive.
Huh.
They would stay there, and he'd open it up and see it out. Well, they now keep the light on to remind us that Walt's spirit is always there. Now, there is the ghost story saying that soon after Walt passed, they were cleaning up the room like they would normally. They, not like throwing the stuff away, but like tidying it up. Yeah, and the person who cleaned it turned off the light. Well, as she walked out, it came back on.
Disney magic! Disney magic!
So that's one of the rumors of why it always stays on. But it's more probably that that it's a reminder that Walt's spirit will always be with us.
Yeah, I still remember hearing about how Epcot was supposed to be like a place for people to live on there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a city.
Yep, Epcot City.
You know what Epcot stands for, right?
Offhand, no.
Experimental Community of Tomorrow. No, Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. I'm sorry, I forgot to pee.
Don't worry, everybody forgets to pee sometimes. There gets
I was honestly expecting you to go, not again, not again. Whee!
But next on the list, Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway.
Okay, so there was a 30-second video going online of bits of the ride, a bit of the queue, and the front where the sign was actually working. I showed the review at Dan. What are your thoughts?
Let's see. Well, I am still sad that they got rid of MGM movie ride.
The Great Movie Ride.
Yeah,
yes,
the Great
I
Movie
agree.
Ride, because it was a nice ride, showed animatronics and some good, funny skits with the people who worked there.
I was upset because they closed it right before me and Jasmine went there.
You poor soul. You poor unfortunate soul.
So sad. So true.
But overall, it looks really nice. They use that new type of animation with animatronics.
The projection.
Yeah. The projection inside the screen head to where they're talking. The ride looks pretty cool with Goofy inside the front. It opens up.
The engine.
Yeah. You can tell I'm tired. But that's all animation from a screen inside.
But it's layered.
Yes.
So it's not just one flat screen. It's that you can actually see depth of inside the cabin.
Yeah, depth of Goofy and inside the cabin. So it works really nicely.
I can't. Let's see. Today's 29th. Yeah, Mickey's and Minnie's Runaway Railway opens up in 4 days. So when we do this next week, we'll be talking about what we think of the ride. Now we won't actually get to ride it for about another year. But we'll tell you what we think as far as, how the technology is for this ride, for a ride that replaced something that we really liked.
Yeah. And overall, that's it.
All I'm going to say is, if you do get to go next February, and y'all are wanting to ride Rise of the Resistance, if they're still doing the virtual queue, you have to get there. Everyone who wants to ride it has to be in the park by rope drop. Meaning, scanned, your ticket's already scanned, you're already inside the park at 8 o'clock or whenever they open. Because you're going to have to get in the app, get everyone you want on there at that moment. Otherwise, it'll be gone.
Wow.
Yes. You think I'm kidding.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, Rise of the Resistance has been out open for how long?
Almost half a year now, I believe.
No, it's not even close. You're thinking of the entire thing.
Oh, Rise of the Resistance, a couple months, right?
Yeah, it's been a couple months. They're still doing the virtual queue, and the virtual queue is still closing within 5 minutes of opening.
Dang.
That one had a minute to sit in there for a while.
Well, a lot of the rides at Disney World, like, there are a few rides that have been there for years, and they take a long time.
Peter Pan's there's a reason for that.
Peter Pan ride?
The Peter Pan ride, there's a reason for that.
At Magic Kingdom?
Yes.
I rode that ride, and I got through quickly.
Majority of the time, when you look on the app, that ride wait time is a while.
But like the Tower of Terror, that one.
Well, the reason Peter Pan is because the limited number of cars they have for it. We didn't have an issue with. I chickened out on Tower of Terror. I don't like heights. We know this.
Yeah.
Jasmine and I got fast passes. I chickened out last minute and I dropped my fast pass, and she went on and watched it, did it herself. If I would have known that, I would have taken the fast pass, walked with her, seen the queue and all that beforehand, and then taken the chicken route. But I didn't. I didn't know about it.
You poor coward.
Mm. I'm sorry. I don't like heights. And I know you're only high up for about 30 seconds, but I don't like heights.
Yet you rode a rock and roller coaster.
I didn't see how high I was, though.
That is true.
Apparently it goes upside down immediately when it starts. I didn't know this. I couldn't see. For all I know, I'm going in a straight line doing this.
I remember riding that ride the first time. I knew about loops, and the only thing I'm doing is I'm on the ride. I'm like this, holding.
You know the camera goes off as soon as the ride starts, right?
Yeah, as soon as you go. Yeah, my face goes.
Mine was this. I still have video proof photo proof of it too.
Same here. But all I remember is when I'm trying to get out of the ride, because you had to take 3 steps to get out of the coaster. I almost fell. And my niece, somehow her fast pass bracelet fell off during the ride.
Her magic band fell off?
In the car.
Was it the oldest?
Mm-hmm. Carolyn, yeah. But it fell into the car, though. So it didn't get lost, thankfully.
So, wait, did they catch it before it drove, the thing drove off?
Yeah, because she was like, my band's gone. And my brother-in-law was like, by your feet.
Well, I mean, she's pretty tiny. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. I mean, I can honestly put my hand right here, touch fingers, all the way probably past her elbow.
Yeah.
That's how small she is.
Yeah.
And she's already 13.
Man, time flies.
Yeah, I remember when she was a baby. But anyways, y'all, that's the last of the video here.
Is that really all we had?
Yeah, that was it.
I thought we at least had one more.
No, nothing else.
All right. Until next time, guys, on Talking Kent.
I reviewed Dan. Hope you had a blast.
And don't forget to stay random. Peace out.